dog cam this time. Check this out. No way. Anyway, start off quick here. The tail of Boreas. That's not gonna taste good. I mean, that is literally just hair. Like, I think this might be the worst tasting one on the entire list. So starting off extremely weak right there, I'm gonna be honest. But next up, the Ring of Boreas. Now this definitely looks a little bit better. Um, this has always looked like a hoof to me, like a deer hoof. Um, but I kind of have to imagine that the gem inside tastes pretty good. Maybe even just the whole thing. Maybe it's like a I don't know, like a hot dog, you know? And this white part is like the bun. I'm actually gonna put this A tier because I feel like it's probably pretty good. Um, and then we have this Spirit Locket of Boreas. So this looks like a magical apple, or like maybe a strawberry. I don't know how big it is, but this thing looks like it would be pretty good. Um, Possibly hard to eat, but I feel like this is probably one of the only things on this list that actually looks good to eat. I'm gonna put it S tier. I don't think it's triple S. I might change its position later, but now we've got Dvalin's plume. So this is obviously a feather, but like, what if it tastes good? What if it's not like a feathery feather? What if it's like a well, it's a dragon feather, right? So maybe it's not like just like a feather. Maybe it has more substance than that. So for that reason, I'm gonna put it B tier, just because I think it might taste somewhat good. Who knows? And then Dvalin's claw. This one just looks like something you would give to your dog to eat, you know, or to chew on. But it might be decent, pretty sharp. I'll be honest, but I'll put it D tier. Yeah, I think that's the correct place for that. The Valen Sai. This has to be good. This has to be good. Like, you just pop the top open and then just you know. I think this is actually triple S tier. Um, because I mean I was just making noises as if I was drinking water, but I honestly think this is more. It would just like be like a burst of air into your mouth, but like you would just like absorb it all, and it would just give you energy. I don't know. Try like that's literally dragon's breath in a bottle. Um, and anyway, next up, starting on the child, or Tartaglia boss drops. We have this thing, which apparently is a horn of a whale. So it looks it looks pretty decent though, because obviously it's a magical whale, and it looks kind of like candy. So I'll actually put this A tier. So it would probably be pretty hard to eat, but I feel like it would be good. Um, and then this thing, which is literally a shard of a weapon. Um, so this is basically inedible. Although honestly, it looks better than this tail, the actual like fur. Oh my god, okay, this thing, very similar to Dvalin's Sai. A fragment of power that you obtain from defeating Child. It is a product of a will to fight that has been honed over countless slaughters. Humans do indeed have destinies. Same thing, you just pop the top open. You know? I mean, that is some magical energy inside. that just would have to taste good. Especially from my man Child himself, like that's another triple S tier. Like, what is he cooking, you know? It has to be good, whatever it is. And then moving on to Azdaha. So this first one is literally just, I mean, all of them are not looking that tasty, but this first one almost looks inedible, I want to say. It says it's horns, yeah. So, again, basically a dog toy. Also, everything is blue so far, but then you get to Azdaha. Basically a dog toy. So I'll put in D, you know, D for dog again. Now this thing, the blue parts actually do look somewhat tasty. They're bone branches. These bone branches glitter with strange, unique colors. So the blue part, I imagine, is probably good or decent at least. And for that reason, I'll put it in A tier. I think that's respectable, reasonable even. But then we move on to the gilded scale. So it is a scaled armor. But I feel like it's not, I mean, it can't be that good. Like, it has to be similar to a dog toy. But I guess at least this one doesn't look as pointy as these two. I'm gonna put it up here. Plus, I feel like maybe scales would be a little bit tastier than like horns or claws. So yeah, we'll go with that. Molten Moment. Moving on to the Signora fight. A certain deformed fragment containing great might. I feel like, you know, I usually don't rate flowers very highly. In these yummy tier lists. But this one's kind of different. I mean, it's probably gonna, like, you know, burn a little bit, but it's like it contains great power. It should make you stronger, right? But it can't be like, it would definitely like hurt to eat, I feel like, at least somewhat, whether that be temperature or just that it's spicy. Now the Hellfire Butterfly, I feel like this might be really good. Honestly, this might be like, it's definitely better than the flower. Yeah, cause like the it's not a real butterfly. Like it's a magic, like this magical gem here has to be pretty good tasting, in my personal opinion. So we can just move on from that. The Ashen Heart. This is gonna be good. Contains powerful emotions, right? Even tears cannot extinguish the flames. Molten hot agony and rage rush through her veins. Okay. You know, I was gonna rate this really high, but you would probably die if you ate this. It would probably, like, literally burn your insides. So, you know, on second thought, that's gonna have to be, I mean, but would it taste good? Do you even be able to taste it if it's too hot? Okay, it's about the looks though, really. Like, do you want to eat it, you know? And I feel like it looks really good. It looks similar to this thing even. It just looks like a fiery fruit, you know? And I want to eat it. So, let's go in there. And then moving on to the Raiden boss fight. All this stuff really is mainly inedible looking. But if I had to, like, take parts of it that look edible, I don't know, maybe the inside is has got something going on. So I'm not gonna rate it too low. I'll put that C tier. This thing has the same thing, like the eye in the middle. And the tears, maybe they're good. Weird opinion, but you know, they're tears from a god. So like, I feel like they have to be pretty good, but not like too good, right? Well, they're tears from like a god, but they're still tears. So I'll put it A tier here. We can just move on from that. The meaning of aeons. So what even is this? Small piece of headgear. It doesn't really look that yummy. This thing has always kind of looked like a worm to me, or like a caterpillar. I don't know. And it doesn't, I mean, I guess like this part looks somewhat edible, so I'm not gonna put it like lowest. I'll put it C tier. I think that's reasonable. And then the last three, so puppet strings. I feel like this also looks like a worm. And it doesn't look that good, just because it looks much more like a worm. It looks like it's alive, and like it would be wriggling around, and I don't particularly enjoy that. So it's gonna go there in the lowest tier. And the mirror of motion, hopefully that's how you say it. This one looks decent. Like the inside definitely looks like candy. So I'll put it B tier. I think that's reasonable. Yeah, I think it fits there. Not much more to say about that. B tier is pretty perfect. Doesn't look too good, doesn't look too bad either. And the final item so far, until we get the next weekly boss, Daka's Bell. I don't know why, but this middle part looks really good, actually. Like, it looks like you could just chomp down on it, and it would actually taste good. I don't know if I'm alone in that. Let me know in the comments, but I think A tier works better for, yeah, A tier. And I think that's everything. I don't know. I feel like I could definitely move. Like, the more I look at this, the yummier it looks. And I feel like I could move it up to triple S. But I also feel like I can't do that in good faith now, knowing that you would probably die upon eating it. So I think I'll just keep that where it is. Everything else, pretty reasonable. I mean, yeah, these two are definitely top of the line. You're not really getting much better than this. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button. Let me know if you disagree with any of my opinions here. Just tell me the Ashen Heart should be triple S tier, and I'll do it, because that's all I need. I just need one other person to say that.